Hiya, Scott. ROCKFILE back with another podcast review. Let's talk about a movie I've been waiting for since I got my 4K TV with Dolby Vision HDR. I knew eventually we'd get a great version of Speed Racer. I grew up on the anime Speed Racer. Growing up in Atlanta before TBS was a worldwide thing, it was our local station. And they would show things like Ultraman and Space Giants and Speed Racer. Back in the 70s, they showed Star Trek reruns and Space 1999 reruns and things like that. That's how I caught up on all this old TV. Living outside of Atlanta was, quite nice. So anyway, big Speed Racer fan of the cartoon. Loved it all my life. There's just something about it. It's cheesy. If you've never seen it, it's about a racing family. They're racing kind of futuristic vehicles that can jump and go underwater and have weapons on them and stuff like that. They're bad guys. It kind of played out almost like a Scooby-Doo in some episodes where there was a mystery and all that. So anyway, I heard in the early 2000s, the Wachowskis, after they made the Matrix trilogy, were going to make a version of Speed Racer. And my mind kind of exploded at the time because I was like, oh, Joel Silver went on to produce it. It stars Emile Hirsch, Christina Ricci, John Goodman, Susan Sarandon, Matthew Fox. Rain is in this before he was in their Ninja movie. Richard Roundtree is even in here. I thought the movie was fantastic and walked out of the theater and read reviews and was like, oh, not everybody thinks it's great. I get it. I've watched it with some people who thought it gave them a headache, and I get that too. Movie is way ahead of its time. It was made in 2007. Let me get to the short part. Let me get to what you really wanted. The 4K is your new reference disc. Go buy it right now. I think it's $24.99 for the 4K, and my Walmart still had some of the steelbooks for $29. I know it's sold out on Amazon, but you can find it at Walmart and stuff. Anyway, this is your new test disc. We'll talk about that in a second. So when the Wachowskis adapted this, they had, up to now, there's been very few anime adaptations that worked. We had a Ghost in the Shell, a couple other things, Alita Battle Angel. None of these have been big hits, and none of them totally successful by the fans of the originals or that kind of thing. But Speed Racer was almost a kid's show, and so they wanted to make a PG-13 version of that. It is kinetic. The movie moves the entire time. Even dramatic scenes where they're really just having a conversation. Heads are floating by. Other things they're talking about float by behind them. It looks like a comic book anime going on at the same time. It's what they did to it. To edit it, produce it, direct it, it's just not like anything else you're going to watch, good or bad. This is not everybody's favorite movie, but wow, does it play today in 2026 really well. Almost 20 years later, they have taken that original video and amped it up. They made a 4K HDR master out of the original film. Now, it was filmed on some 1080p cameras and stuff, but this is kind of an upconvert. But I'm telling you, it is one of the best 4Ks you will put in your player this year. This is the new one to show off. Look at all the colors my TV can do, because it is amazing. They did a 4K master in P3 space. They also did an entire new Dolby Atmos mix. Now, the mix for this movie was always crazy, but now you got the overheads going crazy. It really is a sensory overload. Isn't that what you want for a home theater demo? I wouldn't say the video is perfect. It's just a hair short of perfect, but considering what it came from, it's perfect. Because when they mix these different things, the heads and the background scenes and the other elements coming flying in and out, every once in a while there's a hair of banding or, some just... You could tell the source material, but that's the way it's supposed to look. That's the intent of the director's vision and how it's been put into the 4K space with the Dolby Vision and the Dolby Atmos. They have brought it up to modern times. And the movie is just a sensory overload for its entire runtime. It's a little long and has too many subplots going on, but that was also the cartoon. There's a lot to dig into this. It's not just a kid's movie. I think you would enjoy it if you watched it now. And if you watched it once and said it wasn't really my thing, but you've got a nice home theater set up now, go buy it. I mean, it will blow your mind how good the surround sound is and how great the movie looks. The colors are insane. That's what they were going for. Kaleidoscope colors. Wanted to make this look like an anime in live action. Everybody's costumes are bright colors, the backgrounds, everything they're in, the vehicles. The whole thing just pops. And they say it's a 4,000 nit remaster. I'm telling you, my Panasonic said max nits were about 3415, I believe. That's the highest I've ever seen on a disc I brought home. So anyway, very excited. I have a new TV coming in the next week or two. I can't wait to show this on that. But on my current TV, it still looks incredible. Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. I can't say enough great things that this needs to be your next demo disc. The movie, well, it may not be your cup of tea, but I have a few movies in my collection that would be like, you want to see what my sound system and my TV can do? It's not my favorite movie, but this is amazing. This is one of those. And I did enjoy the movie. I've always enjoyed it, and this is the best it's ever looked and sounded. So it gets high marks, about a 4.5 out of 5 for me. Your mileage may vary, but if you're looking for a new test disc for your home theater, whether a TV, soundbar, surround sound system, whatever, this one hits all the marks. Blu-ray.com gave it 5 out of 5 for video, 5 out of 5 for sound. Other Blu-ray and other, home theater companies have given it, reviewers have given it between 4.5 to 5 out of 5. So I'm not the only one. Pick up Speed Racer now while you can get it cheap. It'll probably be on sale, on Black Friday. I'm just saying, if you really are looking for something to show off the system, we've been a little starved for that lately. Speed Racer will fill that bill. Scott, I'm ROCKFILE. More podcasts are on the way. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a spectacular day.